Well, hello, everybody. I would like to welcome you to the next edition of Above Human Disagreement. Okay, that's the underlying premise. So, I've got an exciting guest for you today. I'm telling you, I am absolutely fired up about this. Um, and that is, it's a simple assumption. We're asking the question that says, listen, if we rise up above all human disagreement, when all's said and done, do we really want the same thing? Okay. And I believe my next guest will get us closer to that. Okay. Now, what's important again is that we're about listening to other people's perceptions of this world. Okay, the way this works as a consciousness author is our guest is the only one that can explain her paradigm of this world to us. And so rather than disagree or form opinions, right, let's just hear what she has to say, because this is a friend of mine from way back, and I'm here to tell you with certainty she's very well read. Of all the people I've known as I've grown in existence, this gal has been more in tune to the workings of this planet than anybody else I know. So it's been truly a pleasure to have her part of my life. Now, with that said, again, what the Facts Foundation is, I'm refining this as I learn from people. So now, the Facts Foundation, in my eyes, is a platform to be heard. Okay, it's not unlike that of a TED Talk or being on Joe Rogan. It's simply a platform to be heard, but it's a platform that has a foundation of truth that's saying we're more than just opinions here. We're going to rise above the disagreement and actually adhere to something called self-evident truth. And my guest will get us on that last direction. Now, last thing is this is if you're listening to the video or what be it, forward it. Forward it if you like it. Okay. And the way we're doing this is if you like what my guest and I are speaking about, 9 other people can join us on this podcast. Come on. Okay. Now, without any further ado, my next guest there, her hip hop stage name is beautiful. She goes by the Desert Brat, and it is my friend Amy. Amy, welcome. Thank you very much for joining me. I cannot explain to you how exciting it is to see you.
Thank you, Matt, and thank you for the introduction. And sentiments are the same for me with you. I love you. I've known you forever, and would do anything with you and for you. You look fabulous.
Well, thank you. So do you. My goodness. And
Thank
now
you.
you're what part of the country you and I know, but the listeners might not.
Well, I'm in what some people refer to as California, but I often refer to it as California.
Okay. Okay. There is that. Yeah.
Yeah,
As I say, we all have our own paradigms of the world. And again, these
right.
are observations that we need to make. We need to understand why you're making them, that type of thing. But before we dive too deep into that, now again, we're kind of fumbling our way through this, Amy. So I'm going to cue up the theme song.
Okay.
Okay? And when I do this, now I basically what I'm doing is I'm queuing it up on YouTube. Now,
Okay.
the moment I press play on that, we're going to go into what's called a copyright violation.
Right.
And so once we play the song, which I still want to do it, okay, because I want you to introduce the song, why you picked it, and we're just going to listen to it. Is that cool? And
That's
I've got the
fine.
one that you had queued up. Okay. And in doing that, yes, I'm going to walk away from the computer. I'm just going to sit and listen to the tune. Okay. And then when we come back, we can go from there. But my plan was I'll pull it up on YouTube and then just share my computer. So if somebody's watching it,
Okay.
they can watch the video.
Right.
And then after the song's off, I'll get rid of the share and we'll bring you back.
Okay. Well,
All
I'm
right.
sure that the gentleman that wrote this song and produced it would probably appreciate all the shares he can get. So,
Beautiful. Okay. You
copyright
keep
violation, maybe.
right.
If he
So
didn't want it shared, it wouldn't be out there.
got it. Got it. No, and I mean in terms of geez, I'm trying to find it here. Okay, here we go. Um, not in terms of that the artist would be mad in terms of a copyright violation, but just the computer algorithm
Right.
silences your video, that type of thing. All right, well, I'm gonna roll with it, Amy. Okay. Hopefully,
All
let me
right.
see if I got my volume right. We're gonna do some technical. All right, here we go. I'm gonna roll with this and share my screen, and then we'll pull you back. All right, Amy?
Okay.
All right, here we go. If I can figure out how to do it.
revolution needs a war, and this war needs a revolutionary rise for your rights. The Constitution speaks of speech that's free. Open your mouth from sea to shining sea. So will the real Americans please stand up? No more hiding your face in the sand. Will the real Americans please stand up? Divided we're falling, but united we'll stand.
Well, I think it's time we ask ourselves if we still know the freedoms that were intended for us by the founding fathers.
Senate rights. When politicians take from you and me the very liberties that set us free, so stand up and fight for this democracy. Is you and me, we're the founders. Saddle up, let's ride. Now will the real Americans please stand up? No more hiding your face in the sand. Will the real Americans please stand up? Divided we're falling, but united we'll stand up, stand strong, stand tall, and we'll keep these walls from falling. Stand up, stand strong, stand tall, and we'll keep these walls from falling.
Our natural unalienable rights are now considered to be a dispensation of government. And freedom has never been so fragile, so close to slipping from our grasp as it is at this moment.
There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly unclear. Politicians with our lives in their hands, telling you and me which way we should stand. I think it's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look at what's going. Stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look at what's going. Stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look at what's going. Stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look at what's going.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not
What's going
what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
Oh my God, spectacular.
Isn't it awesome?
Yes. Okay.
It speaks volumes.
All right, to set the stage, because that obviously dives deep into the political realm. Okay.
Absolutely.
And so what I'd like to extract from you in this conversation is political differences. Okay, we use a lot of terms like Democrat and Republican and conservative and liberal, and we've got names for each other and all those types of things. Okay. So we understand what the fight is. We understand how sides have dug in. Okay, if we're to raise ourselves above that disagreement, okay, is there something up above that even your adversaries, even the ones who see the world differently than you do, is there something you think we universally all want the same thing? Is there
I
something?
think so. Absolutely.
What do you
I think
think
there's a
that
lot
is?
of things. I think
What is
people
the
want that.
number one thing? I'm sorry, not to interrupt, but yeah, what's the number one thing you think people truly want? And then maybe what's the number one thing you think people should want?
Well, I think people want their freedom, their right to choose. What they truly want, I don't think a lot of people know what they truly want. I don't think that they know enough of themselves to know really what they want. They know what they see. They know what they see on TV. They know what they hear on the radio. This person has, whatever, Hurley or this, and that's the thing, they can't be just who they are. It's
Right,
Oh,
so you're saying that right, and I don't disagree with you, and I think I might even fall into that category from time to time where I don't know what I want. I'm going in circles. I don't know, and truly, there's a case to be made that I don't necessarily know what's most important. I mean, that going in a circle because to raise it up into a consciousness perspective, again, we've all got these paradigms derived from words and influences throughout our life. And we
absolutely.
see the world completely unique to ourselves. Okay, and that
Right.
can cause a lot of chasing your own tail.
Mhm.
Right. And so I don't blame anybody for being confused in this matter. And I don't believe people for choosing sides because I understand the two narratives. Okay, but you said something that I think is important, and I think it's dead on accurate. And that is the one thing we have in common seems to be freedom.
Yeah.
Now you've got these people that aren't necessarily concerned about your freedom, but they certainly want their own.
Absolutely.
Right. So the human conscious soul innately wants to be free. It's just there's some conscious souls that aren't necessarily concerned about the next guy's freedom.
And they don't know how to be. They don't know how to be because they've been, and I hate to use the word programmed, but they've been taught that way.
Let me stop you right
been,
there because when you use
okay.
the word programmed, okay, it's important to understand the semantics behind it because it is synonymous with indoctrination or
Absolutely.
dogma or someone's opinion or you know what I mean? So saying someone's mind has been programmed is not a derogatory comment. It's just an accurate assessment that says, let's look at the energy you've experienced to this point in time. And from that energy, we can see how you've drawn your conclusions. It's not complicated.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm with you. So continue.
Sure.
Even though I made you
Anyway.
lose your train of thought.
You did. But that's okay. I can do that all on my own. I'm kind of keeping an eye on my dogs.
Good. Well, at least
Anyway,
you're multitasking.
yeah, we see so many different things on TV, and it's most recently it seems like the term symbolism. You see it everywhere you look, and I think that it's really a choice of whether you want to move towards that symbol or away from that symbol. You know what I mean? It's like there was a concert that, well, it was actually, I think, the Grammys. Anyhow, there was a guy, and it's been on video. I guess I can probably say it. What's his name? Sam, whatever. Anyhow, very demonic.
Okay.
Now, there's going to be a big event coming up this weekend, Sunday. I'm sure you know by looking at your
My team's not in
helmet.
it.
Huh?
My
Yeah.
team's not in it.
Yeah,
Damn
I
it.
know. But there's a lot of word about the halftime show that's going to be taking place that people may or may not even notice. It's just
Right.
going to depend on, they might see it as, wow, what a great concert, or holy shit, what is that?
Right.
It's going to be interesting, but people don't realize, and even the form of lettering, it's like, I look at people that have, different things on their shirts or their tattoos or whatever it is, the type of lettering that they use, the type of artwork that they use. And I question people about it. I'm like, what made you choose that? Well, this is my belief. This is part of my heritage. This is this.
Right.
This is that.
Yep.
Fantastic. If it's good artwork, great. But when they have a lot of skulls and things, I get a little funky about that because
Right. And so
this
is going to be a perfect segue into our next episode because I'm going to be able to whet their appetite. Okay. Because I know on a deeper level what you're talking about, but I'm not sure our typical viewer or listener would at this point. And so that will be what we'll dig into a little bit deeper. Now, again, she's talking about symbolism. And in its simplest sense, okay, again, we have symbols. We have the crucifix as a symbol. Okay.
Yeah, we have the G for the Green Bay Packers,
You got it. Yeah.
and
So again, on the surface symbolism, who cares? It's a skull, it's a cross, it's a what be it. Okay. But on a deeper consciousness level, it's extremely important, especially if you understand the ulterior motives of the people behind it. No, it's a fuck.
Wait. Look close.
Fuck what? What's it say? I can't see, honey. I'm blind.
It's it's got wings.
Oh, wings.
I don't give a flying fuck what you
Oh,
believe in or what you do.
got it. Yeah. Don't play riddles with me. I'm the last one. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Gotta keep you
Okay.
guessing, Matt.
Yeah, I don't give a flying fuck. And the thing is, you know what, Amy, that's an important assessment because truly we shouldn't, but we should. Of course, we should care about the things that
Absolutely.
matter most. But when you say you don't give a flying fuck, that's the nonsense by which we're the barrage of insanity by which we're subjected to.
Right. And I don't care what other people, what they do, what they want to do, what they think they want to do. That's fine. That's your business. You do that. But I'm going to do this. And I don't want to be told, just like everybody else, I want my freedom to choose. I want my freedom to do what I
Amen.
want to do. So
Amen.
I don't give a flying.
Right. Now,
What
that
you
is
do, don't push it.
Got it. And that's a perfect segue, okay? Because when we elevate the consciousness communication, it comes down to a simple dichotomy, and that is one between freedom and control. So you said the perfect thing. I want you to be free to do as you choose, but I also want the same freedoms. Who on the side is attempting to control? That's easy to expose as we continue into the next episodes, okay, my friend?
Absolutely.
All right, who loves
Absolutely.
you more than I do? I know your
I
immediate
love
family
you.
does, but I love you so much, beautiful. Thank you for coming
love you
on,
too.
okay?
Yep.
All
All
right.
right. Talk to you soon, Matt.
Yes, you will, my friend.